Hello, my Aloha tribe, and welcome to the Aloha Perspective, where you get a little bit of something and a whole lot of everything. Happy Friday! It is Friday. I am here. I am a little late, but I had some technical difficulties this morning, so it is what it is. So, anyways, let's get to the Oracle guidelines. It's Aloha Oracle Friday. I know, I'm excited too. Yeah, it's been a while since I've done one of these, so I'm super duper excited, and let's just get rolling. I do guidelines because if I just try to tell you them, I will literally ramble for days. So, number one, do not worry where the message is coming from. I only work from a good place. So, if you're seeing this, there's a reason you are here. Number two, do not make a card fit your question if it does not resonate with you. Forcing an outcome or an answer not meant for you can cause unnecessary stress and overthinking. And number three, I will give you the message I receive and the message from the book because someone took the time to write it and put it together. So there you go. It's been a while since I've done this, so I'm a little nervous. I have 3 decks, the usual. Healing with the Fairies, Messages from the Angels, and the Unicorn Oracle. So I'm going to sandwich the unicorn between the angels. So let's see. The only one I don't read the book on is this one, just because I'm waiting for people to come on. So, Angel Answers. Let's see what we got today. Whew. Now, whoever's watching this, if you can send some healing to my side, my goodness. It's like right up here. It's just been, on my left side, just been killing me. So, anyways, it feels like a back pain, but in the wrong place. There we go. There's 2. Come on, what does everybody need to hear? Again, these are the Angel Answers decks, so, you know, let's see. I always try to go for 5, so let's see if we can get one more. Whoa, that's a lot. That's a lot of one mores. All right. I'm just gonna, you know what? I'm just gonna pick one from this deck, and then we'll go through this pile really quick. Thank you, baby sibling. Let's see. Oh, that's funny. There's 5 cards right here. I'm like, I always ask for 5 cards, but 5 cards didn't want to come up. So, you know what? We'll save those for the sides, and we'll just go through these really quick. So, this could be individual. This could be whatever. If you're starting to work on something now, just know that within the year, it's going to come to fruition. Okay, it's going to work out for you. You just have to trust and believe it. Everything has a peaceful resolution one way or the other. So if you feel this resonates with you, just know that your situation will be benefited by a peaceful resolution. Let's see. Oh, good morning, baby sibling. Aw, thank you. She loves my shirt and my hair. I had to do something with my hair because it was just like, until I get used to this whole mirror image thing, it just throws me off. Meditation brings answers. This is no joke. Meditation brings answers. I did some supervision questing last night, and damn, talk about answers. I got some answers for my special locked book, too. So, yeah, dang. And success. Success. So again, you know, a year from now you will have success, or whatever it is you're working on now or starting. And remember, success is not necessarily measured by the monetary gain of it. It's, you know, how is it reaching the public? Maybe it's something that you've done, like maybe you have weight goals, or maybe you have exercise goals, or maybe you're training for a half marathon or a 5K or whatever, and you're like, oh my God, I can finally do it. So whatever it is that you're working on, you know, no matter how big or small the world might measure it, if it's a big thing to you and it's very important to you, then you're going to have success in it. So let's get to our 5 cards. So let me shuffle these a little bit. Number 1. Ooh, whoa. Whoever stuck around for this one, within the next few weeks. I like that. I saw a message the other day that said within 10 weeks. I know, within 10 weeks. Not necessarily in 10 weeks, but within 10 weeks. So that's exciting. So whatever you're shooting for, whatever you're hoping for, or maybe you already know what within a few weeks is. Maybe you have that trip planned or something. You're excited. So just be excited about it. Be excited about it, all right? So again, within the next few weeks, whatever it is you're waiting for to happen is happening. But again, if you stop trusting and you stop believing, you can literally put the obstacles up in front of that, and it could end up being a year from now. So, I know, sometimes you just got to trust. You just got to hope for the best. So, yes, I don't know what your question was, but whatever it is, it's a yes. It's not a resounding yes, because I believe there's a card in this deck that actually has an exclamation mark next to it, next to the yes, but it is a yes. So if you want that resounding yes, then, work for it. In fact, hold on one second. Let's see here. I swear there's another card in here that just says yes. Almost like it's punching you in the face. So I'm looking for it, because if there is, then, oh, yep, see, there. That's the resounding yes. So that looks like some kind of balanced type of yes, like the sun and the earth and the stars and the sky and the rainbows and all those good things. But you know what? Even if it doesn't have an exclamation mark next to it, be grateful it's not a no, because there are two no's in there, a resounding no and a no. So, yes. Big happy changes. When you trust and believe, all good things can happen. So big happy changes are coming your way. So, maybe, I'm going to rearrange these, okay? Because we're going to go back through these. So big happy changes. Oh, there it is. Trust. And the last one is ask your angels. So let's see. Yes. Ask your angels. Okay. So let's see. Let's try to work this through the way we always do. So, whatever your question is, this is a yes. But it's not a resounding yes, which means there may be some more work you need to do. So, ask your angels how they can help you. Ask your angels how they can help you, and how they can, kind of guide you, or whoever your higher power is, your spiritual being, whoever you lean into. I love archangels, so that's kind of my thing. I mean, like a lot of people know that I have them. They're tattooed up my arm. The four of my favorites are tattooed up my arm. But when you do that, hopefully it will happen within the next few weeks, and your big happy changes will come as long as you trust. And that can be a hard thing to do, and I think that's a lot of times why we nip ourselves in the bud, right? We nip ourselves in the bud simply by the fact that we don't trust. We don't give enough power to, we'll pray for something, we'll ask for something, and then we just say, well, if it doesn't happen in 2 days, if it doesn't happen in our timing, all of a sudden it's like, well, this is crap, this is blah, blah, blah. Well, when you do that, guess what? You've just thrown up obstacles in front of yourself. So don't do that. Or, your big happy changes are not going to come within a few weeks. They're going to come within the year, or however long it takes you to learn how to trust. And trust me when I say it's better to trust than not trust. Been there, done that. So we got the Healing Fairies deck now. Healing with the fairies. I think I said that, but just in case. Healing with the fairies. Oh, good morning, older sibling. So, healing. All right. What do you got to tell the peeps? How about the peeps that are alive? What do you got to tell the peeps that are alive? Ooh. All right. I think I only shuffled once, so I usually try to shuffle 3 times. So, all right. Oh, I guess that's it. You get 2 cards. 2 cards. Alright. Let's see here. Ooh. Interesting. Stand your ground. Stand your ground. Maybe you're in it. Whoa, I really like that card. She's all, yeah, don't make me whoop your ass with my crystal topped stick. Or, trying to think of what, I can't think of it. But anyway, stand your ground. Stand your ground. Look, she means business, okay? She means business. She's like, you know what? If you start letting people get in your head or get in your way or, whatever, I'm going to whap you with my stick. So she looks like she means business. But yeah, stand your ground. I mean, maybe there's something you're struggling with and you're not sure which direction you should be going, or maybe people are in your head, or maybe your inner critic is having a lot to say, right? Chatter, 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 chatter. So stand your ground. You can stand your ground against yourself too. I know it seems weird and you're probably trying to figure out how, but there we go. I knew something was missing. But you can stand your ground, with yourself. You can tell those thoughts in your head, hey, BTFO, dude, back off, right? Back the F off. Or, if maybe there's somebody that's picking on you, or maybe there's situations you might be in, just stand your ground. Stand your ground. You are, even if you don't say anything, sometimes standing your ground is saying absolutely nothing. We don't always have to tell people we're right. We don't always have to let the world know that we're right. Because we're not always right. Sometimes we think we're right and we get all uppity about it, and then all of a sudden, bam, you're hit with some truth and you're like, whoops. But if you do know you're right, even if you can't say anything, just, go home and journal it, go home and write it out, but stand up for what you believe in. Speak your truth. Your truth is as important as anybody else's truth. And, sometimes it does get us into trouble, but that's just the state of the world not really understanding and not being open-minded enough to a lot of different things. So, if you feel like you're in a situation where you're feeling like you're backed into a corner, stand your ground and start pushing your way out. And, pushing your way out doesn't mean you have to claw your way out. It literally can just mean talking to the person and just moving your way out. All right. So the book says, the fairies ask you to make decisions based upon your honest feelings. Ooh, stick to these decisions and don't allow outside influences to cause you to waver. There you go. Stand your ground. When you're really honest with yourself, you know what your desires are. Yet, other people may be pressuring you to betray your true feelings. This card signifies that your original decision is valid and that you mustn't let outside influences sway you. While it's always wise to listen to the counsel of others, don't allow your needs to be compromised. Don't be afraid to tell others how you feel. You'll probably find that when you speak your truth, new solutions become apparent that allow for win-win situations. As soon as others are aware of your true desires, they will help you find a way to manifest them without compromising their own needs. Everyone will feel happier as a result. Even more important, your self-confidence will increase as you take care of yourself, and others will respect you for standing your ground. There have been times when I've had to stand my ground with my own personal beliefs. I talked about that this week. But if you truly believe in something, you have to stick to that. You have to not let the inner critics get in your head. I had a whole conversation with someone on Twitter yesterday. They're actually a therapist, but they were diving into something I had said and analyzing it in a way, because, we both agreed, and especially in the end, we kind of realized that what we were both doing, that, if it helps somebody else, that's great, because it's like she said, sometimes it's good for us to make a map for the people that come behind us, right? So we're like cartographers of, emotional journeys, of healing journeys, and we all are. We're all drawing that map for somebody else. I think I got that right? Cartographers? I was reaching into my word bank there. So anyways, good morning, Eileen. So the affirmation: I speak my truth powerfully and lovingly. I trust in my strong feelings and stand my ground in following them. So just try to be open-minded. Sometimes when people try to argue with us, it's not because you need to stand your ground. It's because maybe there's some kind of issue they're having. Maybe they're having, I don't know. So, thanks, Eileen. Oh, my shirt is popular today. I think half of me just did the show because I really wanted to wear this shirt today. But, and you'll see it again next Thursday for May 4th. But, yeah. So anyways, just stand your ground in your beliefs and, fight for what you know is right. But you don't have to be mean about it. You don't have to be belligerent about it. You can just be very, I find that when you don't yell shit at people and you just try to talk to them like a normal human being, that, believe it or not, that's when they actually listen. So stand your ground. I don't know. This whole mirror image thing just kind of freaks me out. Everything feels so backwards on me. So anyways, I know, in case you haven't noticed, you can see the cards now because I'm backwards, but the cards are no longer backwards. So, higher consciousness. I'm just going to dive right into the book and then talk about it, okay? Because this is one even I know I need. A lot of times we will find that we will struggle to tap into our higher consciousness. And a lot of the reasons we struggle with that is because it's trust. It's hard to trust what we do not know, what we cannot see, what people tell us not to believe in because it's not right. And that goes across the board, right? You'll have people out there that say, I don't know how you can believe in some invisible guy in the sky, right? That's people talking to people about religion when they start saying, oh, well, this saved my life. I know a lot of people who, religion saved them. And I think that's great. It's like, honor yourself. Do you. Don't judge other people. And I mean that across the board. I don't care what your beliefs are. Everybody gets to a point where they feel like they're being judged or they're judging other people. So let's not do that. Let's just be open-minded. Let everybody do what they want to do. Worship the way they want to worship. Just, and just maybe people can get things out of that. Even if you find yourself not feeling religious, okay? But somebody has a story. That story relayed, to you could be helpful. It's just like the oracle cards. It doesn't necessarily matter, where the message is coming from. It's basically who it's coming from. And like I said, I only work from a good place. There's a lot of misconceptions about, oracle cards and tarot cards. And, a lot of people get afraid. And a lot of people TV has done a lot of damage to tarot. And I'm just going to give you my little side views on here for a second, even though it is Oracle Friday. For instance, the Devil card. It's not the devil. The Devil card is that dark side in us. It's that shadow side in us. It's that part of us that is just, I guess like if you had the shoulder, the demon and the angel on your shoulders. It's that card telling you've got to switch, you got to balance your beliefs or you have to change your beliefs. Like people will see the number triple sixes, right? And sometimes it can be, depending on who you are and depending on your beliefs, you may have to pray a little harder for your soul, or you may have to have somebody wipe you off, just because maybe you got some bad energy stuck to you. But it also means that your thoughts are imbalanced. So say you're having a super bad day and you're just like grumbling about everything, and it's, you keep manifesting all these bad things, all these Murphy's Law things that keeps happening to you, and you see triple sixes going by and you think, oh great, now the devil's after me. No, what it probably means is you need to twist your thoughts back the other way, right? Flip it over, because 999 is a completion number. Okay, so just be careful when you see the number. Don't freak out and don't feel like you gotta go bathe in holy water. You're gonna be okay. Okay, you just have to, you're going to be okay. You just have to balance your thoughts and flip it around. And with the death card doesn't mean you're going to die. It so rarely ever means that somebody's going to die. What it means is it's the end of something and the beginning of something new. A lot of people believe that, including me, that when you die, you move on. A lot of people believe that when you die, nothing happens. And whatever reality is true, it doesn't matter. What matters is what matters to you. And again, this is where you can stand your ground. So, it's just one of those things where just you do you. You do what makes you feel right. You do what brings you joy. And if someone's got something to say about it, just tell them, you know what, this is me and you have to trust me. You have to trust that I'm a good person that comes from a good place. All right. But going back to the higher consciousness card, you're probably saying, well, what the hell does that all have to do with the higher consciousness card? Because there's a lot of times when we will feel that judgment. And there's a lot of times when we'll feel like we're being picked on or raked over the coals for what we believe in. And that can actually prevent you from hitting your higher consciousness. Higher consciousness is basically having this incredibly open mind. Knowing anything is possible, everything is possible. I'm one of these strange people that will believe in something until it can be proven that it doesn't exist. So yeah, that runs the gamut on a lot of different things. Because why not? You know, people here will say, oh, well, you're dumb for believing in that. It's like, why? Because you don't believe in it? Just because you don't believe in it doesn't mean I'm wrong to believe in it. These are my choices. These are my things. So, if you want to tap into your higher consciousness, you really are going to have to learn how to trust and believe in yourself. So, let's see what higher consciousness is. All right, you are receiving guidance from your true self, your higher consciousness, which is one with divine universal wisdom. You are listening to love rather than fear. This card is a validation that your recent feelings, thoughts, dreams, and aspirations are coming from spirit. You have been asking for divine guidance, and your higher self has answered your prayers. Your spiritual path has helped you hear this voice because you've taken the time to listen. Perhaps you've begun a meditation or yoga practice, and this has helped quiet your mind. Or maybe you've put your foot down to the universe and have adamantly decided to improve your life. Whichever route you've taken is working very well. Now the fairies ask you to keep having conversations with your higher consciousness. This will involve carving out time away from noise and stress. You may need to take frequent nature walks, join a spiritual support group, or go on a retreat. By quieting your life and your mind, the voice of your higher consciousness becomes increasingly loud and clear. It guides you perfectly through all life areas. The affirmation for this is, I easily hear and understand the inner voice of spirit. And for people that might be going, oh, fairies, you can look at them as nature angels as well. All right. But with that one, you know, what did the last part say? I easily hear and understand the inner voice of spirit. Spirit can be whatever deity you turn your focus to. So, or your angels, you know, or your spirit guide. I got a few of those. So, you know, just it can be hard. I get it, and it can be a little. You feel a little loosey-goosey at first, going, oh, okay, well, this is different for me. This is a little out of my comfort zone for me. Just take a deep breath, right? Just take a deep breath. And, you know, you don't have to put your beliefs on blast if that's not something you're comfortable with. But as long as you trust yourself, as long as you believe in yourself, and as long as you give yourself the grace to honor your feelings and honor your truth, then I think you're going to be all right. All right, and you're going to reach that state of higher consciousness. So, let's see. Sorry, I forgot to put my phone on work again, so I'm getting all these messages from my Glow and Grow group that I'm in. It's just like, oh my gosh, it's like it started with one and then whoo. So let's see, what do the unicorns have to tell our people? Maybe a message for anyone on the live. Let's see. All right, I know there's got to be something in here somewhere, so let's see. Come on. There we go. Oh, there's 3 of them. Good Lord. And these are long cards, so let's buckle down now, kids. All right. Flytrap, glorious mess. Gloriously human. I like that. Dreams and pipe dream. Ooh. So, we'll start with this one. Flytrap. Sorry. Getting stuck in sticky situations. Getting stuck in sticky situations. You know, the poor little bugs that, well, I know. Plants gotta eat, right? It's like Seymour in Little Shop of Horrors. I know older siblings like, Little Shop of Horrors, Little Shop of Horrors, Little Shop of Horrors. Oh yeah, there's baby sibling. It is a great group to be in. It is. And it's my fault because I forgot to put my thing on Do Not Disturb, but I'm like, ooh, what's happening in there? So let's see. It's like I've been mentally struggling, so I haven't posted as much as I should in there or sharing as much, but I've been trying to keep up. So, you know, getting stuck in sticky situations. I'm just going to go right to this card. I admit, you know, guys, I'm still trying to get back into the swing of things here. And I was a little worried about, or a little nervous really, about doing Oracle Friday because it's been a while since I really had to tap into my Archangel Gabriel, and I have had to tap into my brain. So let's see. A common myth about the Venus flytrap is that it is a large plant. Probably because people watch Little Shop of Horrors and think that everything is as big as Audrey 2. No. I was going to say, although feed it to humans, see what happens. But no, that was an alien. And do not do that, okay? Do not do that second part. That'll land your butt in jail. So anyways, a common myth about the Venus flytrap is that it is a large plant, when in fact, the traps are only a couple of centimeters in diameter. Wow. The delicate snares work by luring insects into a platform of sweet-smelling nectar, setting off a trigger mechanism which quickly imprisons them in toothy caves. The Venus flytrap is often used in spell work for protection and love. That's right. This actually has spells at the end, so I'm going to give you that too. Those are for the metaphysical minded people, and some of them are actually really good rituals that I think can help people, but all I could think of was little bug flies and so sorry, I come with sound effects. So divination. Drawing the flytrap unicorn indicates, oh, did I show you it already? Drawing the flytrap unicorn indicates that you are about to become that you are or about to become trapped in a sticky situation, whether through obligation, peer pressure, family expectations, financial deals, or a toxic friendship/relationship. Be alert, but not concerned. Some of you may already be in this weird sticky situation. So, the appearance of this card is a gift as it makes you aware of a situation that can be easily avoided. The flytrap unicorn encourages the power of discernment and good choices. If something doesn't feel right, don't say yes to it out of obligation or duty, or trying to please others. If something sounds too good to be true, it probably is. If an offer from someone sets off uneasy feelings, trust your gut. Can you see where you are going with this? On a more superficial level, employ the power of saying no to requests and invitations that do not bring you joy. Feeling trapped by joyless work or social situations are very good indicators that you are not on the right track. This card encourages you to seek freedom and lightness because right now this is important. Ask yourself what really matters to you. So this is kind of in a way tapping into your higher consciousness, knowing when to say no, knowing how to deal with the situations you're in, knowing, again, and going back to the answer cards, or not the answer cards, the healing with the fairies. Stand your ground. Stand your ground, just if you feel like you're in a sticky situation and someone's coming at you with their claws out, stand your ground. A lot of times people will do this because they're so stressed, and that doesn't mean you should take the brunt of it, because you should not. But you also don't want to make it worse. So sometimes you just have to figure out what is your best reaction to this. It's not always about what happens. A lot of times it's about how we react to things. So just be careful and, try to, you may have to think it through fast, but just try to think it through, okay? So the unicorn magic. The Venus flytrap is a surprisingly discerning plant. It is intrinsically designed to trap only insects of the right size and shape. Ask the unicorns to help you sharpen your own powers of discernment. Ask for a sign to show that you are on the right track and making the right decisions for your mental, emotional, and spiritual health. Look out for random unicorn pictures or items, or even the word unicorn, as an encouraging sign from your guides and angels that your instincts are working. Sorry, guys. Seriously. I got to remember to put my phone on do not disturb. But anyways, but just learn how to discern that, or maybe you have a situation, when we just talked about that, or maybe you have a friendship where you're feeling kind of like it's very lopsided, or it could feel like a toxic relationship. You just have to figure out, is this somebody I want to walk away from, or is this somebody I want to work it out with, but I need to say something? Stand your ground. If they're a real friend, they're going to listen, because none of us are perfect. We all have room for improvement. And, the thing is how you treat one person may not be how you were able to treat another person. Each relationship, each individual relationship has its own, gears and wheels. No two friendships or relationships are the same. And by relationships, I'm not just talking about like romantic relationships. I'm talking about relationships across the board. Friendships, family, siblings, parents, whatever it is, those types of relationships. Each one has a different gear. Think of it as if I don't have kids, okay, but I have nephews and nieces. And each of my relationships with them are different because they react to things differently. My relationship with my dad is way different than it was with my mom. My relationship with older sibling is different from baby sibling. My relationships between my friends are different. So, it's a matter of, just kind of finding your comfort zone and remembering to push the right friendship button for each person. Okay. So be careful sometimes when you go in, because sometimes we go in with guns blazing and we don't mean to, because maybe we're mad at somebody else. So again, it's how we react to it that means everything. So, there is some cards in here that I have never ever seen. So, okay. I swear it says glorious mess, but I really want to say gloriousness. But that's an M. That is straight up an M. Glorious mess. Well, judging by the card, I guess it kind of is. And so I get it now. Glorious mess. And the card says at the bottom, gloriously human. We're all a hot fucking mess. But that's what makes us so amazing, right? That's what makes each one of us an individual and exciting to be around. So, I'm assuming this says spikenard. I've never seen this word before. So we're just going to say it like it sounds. Spikenard is considered one of the holy plants, such the same as frankincense and myrrh. Ooh. It has long been used in prayer and meditation as a way to become closer to the divine. Its sweet, earthy, spicy scent is calming and brings great insights. Medicinally, it was used to treat any pain or disease in the body caused by emotional maladies. On a metaphysical level, spikenard is used to release old patterns to help us learn our life lessons joyfully and with grace. Spikenard brings purity and raises our energetic vibration. So divination. This business of being human is all at once glorious, messy, divine, and mundane. Should I try that again? I didn't even have coffee yet. This business of being human is all at once glorious, messy, divine, and mundane. Glorious mess reminds us that everyone is struggling with something, and we are all just trying to do the best we can. Understand that everyone has their own challenges and may not be able to give you the time, attention, or help you think you deserve. This card appears when we need to release all expectations of how people should behave. Forcing others to worry about something or someone when they already have too much on their plate will just turn them away. Forcing yourself to worry about something or someone else when you already have too much to deal with will lead to resentment and burnout. Set up some healthy boundaries and only say yes to helping others when you truly have the time and energy to do so. When you set strong boundaries and put the nourishment of your soul first, you will then be able to help others with honor, compassion, and respect without expecting anything in return. Often, the best way to quickly help someone is to visualize sending them a loving beam of light to use in whichever way they wish. I feel this sometimes. Sometimes I say yes to far too many things, or I commit myself to far too many things, and then I burn out. And then it's like, when I'm falling apart, it's like, well, why do I feel so alone? So, I like that part where it says, when you set strong boundaries and put the nourishment of your soul first, you will then be able to help others with honor, compassion, and respect, and without expecting anything in return. We should never do anything expecting anything in return. If you're the kind of person that does, it's not that people don't do it back because they're selfish. Sometimes it is. But a lot of times it's not because they don't care. It's not because they're selfish. It's because they're just busy, or they're a different kind of human than you are. And that doesn't make them any less special, doesn't make them any less lovable, and doesn't make them any less important. There are some people who will do things for you, or who you will do things for that never reciprocate. And maybe those are the ones where you have to set those boundaries. You have to see whether or not this is a relationship that needs to be your friendship, or just an acquaintance, or just nada. Done, kaput, gone. So those are the choices you have to make. But remember, glorious mess also says we're gloriously human. And, we see things in others that other people can't. We see the pain, we see the hurt, because sometimes people are more vulnerable with us than they are with other people. And they'll say, well, why do you put up with that crap? Why do you do this? Why do you do that? And it's like, and you don't necessarily have to. But when you start to see somebody healing and they're still in the same mode that they're in, then, you just have to ask yourself, where do I fit into this person's life? So just, use your discernment. Okay, we had that card earlier, just with the other unicorn, I think. Just use your discernment. Okay. So the unicorn magic. The unicorn suggests using some spikenard essential oil to anoint the third eye and the soles of your feet. This can help to ground and relax the body and connect to the earth. Spikenard releases resentment, especially when we feel we have been poorly treated or have too many expectations heaped upon us. This magical oil will also bring us closer to our guides and angels and help us gain a better understanding of what it means to be human. We're all human, so just try to be patient with people. Try to be kind and loving. I wasn't giving any specific examples when I was talking just now. I'm just saying, we all get to a point where sometimes we just feel like, well, why am I doing this? So when you take care of yourself first and you give yourself that self-care, you give yourself that nourishment, you stop saying yes to every single thing and you learn how to say no, you're going to be able to put yourself in a position where you can help from a good place, not a place where you're saying, well, hey, what about me? Okay, so there you go. Last one, pipe dream. Dreams become reality. Reality. Don't ask me. I have no idea. Pipe dream. Oh my God, I just looked at the unicorn. That is hilarious. He's like that little caterpillar in, what do you call it? Alice in Wonderland. He's just happy. He's like, yeah, I am zen. Oh, look at his mouth, though. That's what's killing me is the mouth. It's like, shh. That is one happy unicorn. That's seriously one happy looking unicorn. So, pipe dream. It's the ficus tree. The ficus tree. The ficus tree is an enduring evergreen. Also known as a weeping fig, this popular house plant is easy to maintain and brings green life to any space. Its natural habitat is the rainforest and is considered a sacred tree in East and Southeast Asia, bridging the gap between human and the divine. On a metaphysical level, the ficus tree inspires the inner peace that comes from strong self-belief and a greater understanding of life's challenges. So, I just have to share this really quick because older sibling and I literally talk about all the time how, people should not trust us with plants. Period. I mean, I have killed succulents. I don't know how you do that, but I've done it. So anyways, I was just, oh, sorry, I got a cat outside my door. She wants to get in and I cannot leave to let her in. So anyways, older sibling bought a, oh, never mind. It wasn't a cat. It was a sibling bearing coffee. Thank you. What is that?
Said you hadn't even had coffee.
Oh, I know. Oh, she's the best. That's special coffee. Thank you, sibling. Oh, you can leave it open. I thought you were Pixel, but...
Okay, sure.
Is she there?
No.
Oh, sorry. Anyways,
I'm not doing the story, though.
okay. Oh, anyways. Oh, yeah. Well, it has to do about you. So that's funny. Baby sibling has killed succulent too. Okay, I feel so much better now. And she lives in the desert. Seriously. So I know. See, there's me being judgy. But so older sibling and I went to this place called Company D, and it's where the employees for Disneyland can shop. But every so often they have like family and friends month, and so we went because I have a friend, and she bought this little Dumbo thing with a fake succulent in it, and all I could think of when it says, also known as the weeping fig, this popular house plant is easy to maintain. All I could think of was she still has that thing in the bag. What if it was real? You just put it aside and forget about it. And it's like, oh my God, what if the succulent had been real? It hadn't even been watered or anything yet. So fortunately, it's fake. But my plant skills are so bad. I am pretty sure I have killed fake plants. All right, that's right. I am capable. So, divination. A pipe dream is a term usually used for an unobtainable fantasy. The saying originated in the late 1800s and alludes to the fantastical visions opium smokers experienced. However, in this instance, dreams that seem impossible could become a reality. Fortune is on your side. Fortune is on your side. Good morning, T. Build your vision and start putting practical measures into place because this unicorn symbolizes positive outcomes for outlandish ideas and projects. aspects. So if you think something's crazy, the crazier the better, go do it. So again, perhaps you've been living under the shadow and weight of others' expectations and it's time to let that heaviness go. Maybe you are experiencing judgment from people who think they know better, or recognize that you now have the freedom. Recognize that you, my reading skills are shit today. Recognize that you now have the freedom to live your own life. You have gained a higher understanding of who you are and why you are here. And despite the naysayers, you need to give yourself permission to follow your pipe dreams. This unicorn appears when you need to hold on to a strong sense of self-belief and chase your wildest dreams. What I find interesting about this card is that there's a theme. I'm not sure if any of you have caught that underlying theme, but we've had this card, we had another card, and they're all talking about standing your ground, standing up for what you believe in. Stop listening to the inner voice, the inner critic, and all the outer critics, right? It's about just kind of putting a nice big bubble around this, you know? I mean, my head is so big, planets could literally rotate around it. I have a big noggin. But seriously, stand your ground. If you believe in something, you know, when I first came out of the religious closet, I'll call it that way. And I really kind of spoke up about my beliefs and, you know, what I believe in, how I believe in it. And, you know, I mean, even, and it's kind of funny because I know a lot of people don't like Catholics, but I was baptized a Catholic. I was raised a Catholic. But I also was, you know, I was kind of like in a yin and yang kind of house, you know. My mom was very, very Catholic and my father was very, very not religious. And so it really kind of opened my mind to all kinds of different things. And I feel I was waiting for that older sibling got mad because I said I had a big head. I do have a big head. I'm not kidding. There are stars and planets lining up around my head. But and see, I got the TARDIS floating around in here that says so. I just need one floating around my head. So anyways, I noticed recently the other day that I'm becoming a little more in tune with my Catholic side again. And it doesn't mean that I probably won't go back to church, but I'm not as, I don't know. I mean, it's hard for me to explain, but I think what I'm trying to say is that, you know, there's a lot of times when we listen to those inner critics that, you know, we don't pursue the things we want to do. We don't do the things we want to do. We don't move in the directions that we want to move in because we have too many people saying, no, 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 no. Or saying, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong. And what I was saying when I first came out of the spiritual closet, that a lot of people just don't understand my beliefs. They don't think it's possible. They don't think it's right. We talked about this the other day when we talked about gossip and judging and all that stuff. But I'm standing my ground now. And I know what I'm doing is what's right for me, what's best for me. And, you know, that's what I encourage other people. Sorry. This is what happens when you don't do your live at 8:30. So anyways, so yeah, the unicorn magic. The unicorn suggests obtaining a ficus tree. Use your intuition to find its perfect place in your home. Look after it, nurture it, watch it grow. Ficus like partial light, warmth, and damp soil. They appreciate plant food once a month and the occasional outing in the fresh rain. This will be your magic tree and a symbol of magnificent possibilities. As the tree grows and thrives, so too will your dreams. You might even like to adorn it with special charms and symbols that represent a successful endeavor. That's kind of cool. I like that. And you know what? There are people who actually have trees for different holidays. And by that I mean they'll have like a regular looking Christmas type tree, right? But they'll decorate it for all different seasons. And I used to think it was because they were too lazy to take the tree down and put it away. But some people just love that. So you could even if you don't get a ficus tree, you can get even a fake tree. But just treat it, you know, take care of it, dust it off. Excuse me, do whatever you got to do. I am a hot fucking mess today. Can we just take a minute to acknowledge this? I'm a hot mess today. I was a hot mess yesterday or the other day too. Good Lord, what is happening with me? I'll be honest with you, I really think I'm in this like transitional, spiritual transition phase of my life right now, because I'm just all over the place. I can't get one thought together. And I'm trying to do a live with oracle cards. Oh, I'm a mess. So I'm a glorious mess, or I'm gloriously human, just like that other one said. So we have messages from the angels now. I haven't done this deck in a while. Oh, that's right. This deck is basically angels. Oh, that was a fast one. Omega flew out. So, God, I really haven't used this deck in a long time. It doesn't even look familiar to me. But, yeah, so I promise as the Aloha perspective starts to continue to roll on a more continuous basis and a more consecutive basis, that I will start getting back into my mind. But until then, just please bear with me. So I feel like there was a card right there, but my coffee's kind of in the way. So I'm not really sure. I'm just going to shuffle because I know there's one more in here. There it is. There it is. So, but what I do love is that I think people also like the quirkiness of me. So, whew, to that. But, all right, in order of appearance. Okay. So, like I said, I'm still getting used to this mirror image thing. But, first card, Omega. Ooh. Oh, look at that. Here's your first sign for your unicorns, right? From the pipe dream. If you're looking for a sign and you see a unicorn, or you see the word unicorn, or somebody mentions a unicorn, bam! There you go. There is your first sign. So, anyways, Omega. Oh, there's two of them. I just noticed there's two of them. There's one under my finger. Ta-da! Victory. Your desire is coming to fruition. Keep up the good work. Oh, this almost goes with the other one, right? The pipe dream. And, you know, not giving up and keep going. Don't let the people get in your ear. Get out of your own head. All the stuff. This is literally your first sign. Like, legit. So whatever it is that your pipe dream is, whatever it is that your pipe dream is, honor it. Acknowledge it. Pay attention to it. You know, I'm wearing white and I have coffee in front of me. But I'm sure this is going to end well. This will end well. I've decided. So anyways, victory. Your desire is coming to fruition. Keep up the good work. Just keep moving in the right direction. You know, whatever it is that you're trying to do or planning to do or working towards, it is happening. It may not seem like it, because, you know, sometimes you gotta get, what is it, the saying, it's always darkest before it's the dawn. Sometimes that's what you're going to go through. But when you fight hard for something, when you're, you know, when you're doing all this stuff and you're fighting for something and you're trying to, you know, create this better thing, better path for you, just know that it's working. T says, if you're going to be a mess, Friday's the best day to do it. Friday is not the only day I've been a mess this week. I was a hot mess the other day. Ask older sibling. Couldn't stop playing with my hair. But anyways, oh, I am a mess today. Anyways, I'm a glorious mess. I'm a glorious mess. And the fun thing about me, though, being a mess, is that it used to upend me. Now it's just kind of like, embrace it. It's how the day's going to go. So, congratulations. You have chosen to follow your divine guidance, and the universe is flowing in natural rhythm with your decision. When you listen to the messages that your heart whispers, you swim in natural synchronicity with the tide of your life's purpose. Stay relaxed and confident and keep moving forward with happiness and grace. If along the way you notice problems occurring, then it's time to stop and center yourself. When problems occur, it simply means that you're temporarily out of sync with the universe's rhythm. There is no need for analysis or shame when this occurs. Simply pray or meditate, breathe deeply, and wait until you feel strongly about your next move. Your victory is inevitable in this situation, so you needn't worry that temporary problems will thwart your desire. Whatever happens is supposed to happen, and when it happens is the correct time, or divine timing. Release your doubts to heaven and rest assured that a happy outcome is yours. I love this card, and I'm going to tell you why I love this card. I'm going to tell you why I love this card. But I love this card because there's a lot of times when we have obstacles that seem to appear right in front of us, right? And we're like, great, I thought I was on the right track. I thought I was doing this. I thought something is always going to try to stop you from doing what it is that you want to do, from stopping you on your path, stopping you from, just moving along the way you're supposed to move along. Just keep moving forward. This card is telling you that no matter what gets in your way, no matter who gets in your ear, or no matter what your inner critic decides to think up in the next moment, that you are still on the right path, and you just need to ignore all that bullshit. Okay? Ignore the bullshit. Period. So, again, whatever happens is supposed to happen. So every time you feel like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm in this situation with, maybe it's a person or a job, just say, you know what, but it's going to be okay. Because I know I'm on the right path. I know this is what our path is meant to be, or my path is meant to be. Whatever the situation is, it will happen. You just have to give it time, and you have to just let it play out. And sometimes that's the hardest thing to do, right? Think of it as going to a movie theater. You're watching the movie, right? And it's not, it's not like home. If you're watching this at home, chances are you can, well, maybe not even that. Maybe if you're watching live TV, or if you're at the movies, you can't fast forward to find out what happens in the end. And in a movie theater, it is highly suggested that you stay off your phones. So, you can't Google either what's going to happen. And if you are, just stop. Nobody wants to see the light from your phone going off in a movie theater. Seriously, it's my PSA for those people that like to do that. But just sit there and see what happens. Be excited. Allow the story to unfold. Allow the story to just, play out in front of you. Sometimes that's what we have to do. I think we're so used to having, because of modern technology, we're so used to having this instant gratification. We're used to having this just like this. When I was growing up, if you wanted to talk to your friends, you had to call them on the phone, or write them a letter, or get on your bike or whatever and jog over to their house, right? We didn't have text messages, and, we didn't have email, okay, or messenger, or, messaging systems. You just literally had to call, and if the phone was busy, you had to keep trying, or you had to leave a message and hope for the best. And I admit that even I get caught up in the instant gratification of technology. I think we all do. And sometimes I think that's a little detrimental for relationships too, because if somebody doesn't reply right away, all of a sudden, if you're an insecure person, and I don't mean that in a mean way, because I can be an insecure person. If I don't hear back from my dad in like 2 hours, it's like, oh my God, is he dead? Because my dad and I text each other every day to make sure we're both alive. But my mind goes there. Or if I try to call older sibling and she doesn't answer right away, maybe she's napping because, she's hurting. But it's like, oh my God, is she dead? I go full extreme. So, and I'm trying to be better at that. I can just say, like, you have to trust, and you have to believe that everything is okay, and that whatever's happening is happening for a reason. So don't worry about all that shit that might be feeling like it's in your way. Just go out there and do you, and know that you're on the right path, and that whatever you're working towards, it is going to happen. Fiona, now that you've asked the angels for help, be open to receiving divine guidance and assistance. You deserve heaven's help. Now, if you're not a person who believes in God, or who believes in heaven, or who believes in the angels are non-denominational, by the way. You don't have to believe in all the other things to believe in them. I know there are certain things that will tell you that that's how you have to, but you can take my word on this one. I am telling you, you do not have to be religious to believe in angels, or to even have one by your side. But Fiona, so again, where I was going to go with that is whoever your higher power is, all right, just, what it's saying is you deserve their help. All right. So this is just, don't shoot the message. Just make it, in this case, make the wording fit your situation. So, again, now that you've asked the angels for help, be open to receiving divine guidance and assistance. You deserve heaven's help. I'm going to add that to the last card, Omega, and I'm going to read this last part again. Your victory is inevitable in this situation, so you needn't worry about the temporary problems that will thwart your desire. Whatever happens is supposed to happen, and when it happens is the correct time. Release your doubts to heaven and rest assured that a happy outcome is yours. Now, that was the last card. Okay, so now that you've asked your angels for help, you need to trust and you need to believe. You need to know that your victory is inevitable in this situation. But divine timing is a crazy thing. Trust me when I say divine timing is not my favorite thing. In fact, I would probably say in all the ethereal things out there, it is my least favorite thing. Because we want things to happen now. But sometimes things can take a long time. Days, months, years. All right, no, we never want to hear years. We struggle enough with months. It's like, hey, Shelly Marie, what about weeks? Yeah, I forgot about weeks. Days, weeks, months, years. But sometimes I think that happens because we trip ourselves up. We get in our own way. So just trust that everything is working out, okay? This card is telling you, you do deserve the help, but hey, you've got to let us do what we're going to do in order to help you. If you keep trying to control the situation and you keep trying to interfere, it hurts their process because you're just getting in the way. You know, they can't do the work you need them to do if you're constantly moving the target or if you're constantly interfering and standing in front of the target, right? I mean, if you have a friend and they're shooting a bow and arrow or an arrow at a target, and they're like, yeah, this is going to be great, this is going to be great, blah, blah, blah. Or no, maybe you are the one who's trying to shoot something at the target. And all of a sudden somebody walks in front of you and you're like, oh, great, now I got to stop. And I had my had my vision perfectly aligned with that bullseye and everything. That's you. That's you getting in your own way, but that's also you getting in their way. So trust me, from experience, I know that. Stay out of their lane. Let them do what they need to do to get whatever it is done. Okay? Stay in your own lane. And I say that because that's where I've been. I constantly move into the wrong lane. So don't. Okay? So Fiona, what does Fiona have to say? I'm so happy that you asked for help from God and the angels. I am here to ask you to be open to our help. Sometimes I watch you struggle with situations that could easily be resolved if you would let me help you. Ta-da! I wait for you to give me a signal, a prayer, or a thought of help so that I can become involved in the solution. Now you have asked for my help and I am very glad to assist you. I only ask that you allow me to help you because, you see, at other times you have blocked me from doing so. You believe that you didn't deserve my help or that making necessary life changes was too threatening. Remember that I am here to help you ease your mind. I need you to trust my guidance. You just need to trust them, period. Okay, if you're going to ask for an angel's help, you need to get out of the way and trust that they know what they're doing. So notice the strong and repetitious impressions that come to you through your thoughts, feelings, and visions. They are real messages from God, through me to you. We won't let you fail in any way. You are fully supported by heaven as you follow your divine guidance. So stay in your lane, get out of the way, stay in your own lane, and let them do what they need to do, especially if you're going to ask them for help. If you are going to ask them for help, you need to trust that they are going to take care of it. So, and angels are omnipresent. The archangels are omnipresent. They can be all over the place, all at once, like in a billion places all at once. And you may be saying, how's that even possible? How are a billion stars in the sky possible? It's energy. So, I know someone out there's all, yeah, keep thinking whatever it is you're thinking. Hey, it's my personal belief. You all can do what you want to do, all right? So, to all the disbelievers, Layla. Layla is our last angel and our last card for today. Spend time alone in nature, meditating about your desires and intentions. Ask the angels to help you gain a positive perspective. So again, spend time alone in nature, meditating about your desires and intentions. Ask the angels to help you gain a positive perspective. I think we've really kind of covered this in the Omega card, in the Glorious Mess card, from the Unicorn deck, the Pipe Dream card from the Unicorn deck, and even the Fiona card, right? When we're asking, this probably should have been the first one I pulled. But again, ask the angels to help you gain a positive perspective. If you are struggling and if you are waiting and you're saying, why is this taking so long? Why isn't this working? Why isn't this working faster? you ask them to help you gain some perspective. Maybe you're in a situation where you don't fully trust. You think you're ready for something, but maybe you're not. Maybe there's a little more work to do. Or maybe you're going to realize that there's always going to be a learning curve in life. Life is a learning curve. Life is literally a moving target. And it's how we react to it. It's how we approach it that really makes all the difference. So if you're struggling with that trust, you're struggling with that believing, then ask the angels to help you gain a positive perspective. And you can do that by spending time alone in nature or meditating about your desires and your intentions. Okay, so Layla, your life has been noisy lately and you need to escape into a place of natural tranquility. It is time for you to be alone in nature, even if it is just for a brief while. You don't need others' permission to take care of your soul in this way. Simply plan your sojourn and then follow through on those plans. Once you are alone in nature, allow your mind to wander wherever it wants to go. Notice your thoughts and feelings and perhaps write them down. After a time, speak aloud or silently to the nature angels that surround you. Ask them to clear your body and aura of any stress that you may have absorbed. Then meditate and pray about your desires and intentions. Prayers are amplified by the power of nature, and you will feel very refreshed when you return home. Now you're probably saying, how are prayers amplified by the power of nature? I'm going to say that it probably is because, one, you're outside, you're away from distractions, you're away from things that can distract you. And so you're able to really kind of give your full focus to whatever your intention, your manifestation, or your prayer is. But remember what I always tell you. If, when you pray, don't forget, you can still say thank you, thank you, thank you, and then amen. But when you're setting a manifestation, you are setting an intention or praying. Give them room to work. Seriously, give them room to work. By that I mean this or something better. Sometimes we ask for very, very, very specific things. And, sometimes those things may be meant for you. But other times something similar may be meant for you. But if you put your whole focus into something familiar, or something very specific is what I meant to say. If you put your feelings into something very specific, you may be closing the playing field for your divine being that you're asking these things from. Whether it's God, the angels, or another higher power, the universe. This or something better will help you. This or something better. Just always know that when you put out there this or something better, you really expand the field in which for them to work. God can work, God or your higher powers can probably, and the universe can probably work around that. But when you're asking your spirit guides, when you're asking your angels, you got to be very specific about the things that you want. You got to be very specific, about what your intentions are. But that doesn't mean you can necessarily be specific about the actual thing. Like, oh, I want this house, or oh, I want this person, or oh, I want this job. Maybe they're not meant for you. And like I said, maybe they are. Each one of those things that you've just asked for may be exactly what you're going to get. But sometimes when we hyper focus in on something, we lose that perspective and we lose that trust. And when it starts to not happen right away, we're thinking, well, maybe this isn't meant for me. So when that happens, go back to that Omega card. Go back to the Omega card where it says, whatever it is that you were trying to go for, it is going to happen. You just have to believe. No matter what things try to thwart you. Okay, thwart you. That was from the book. Whatever tries to throw you off your path, you have got to believe and trust that it is going to happen for you. Okay, but like I said, when you're setting that intention, you're saying that prayer, or you're trying to manifest something, when you sit there and go, this or something better, you are opening the field of energy to work more in your favor. And it might give them the wiggle room to switch things around so that what you do want, exactly what you want, can be yours. Okay, but remember, when it comes to people, there is free will. So you got to remember that. If that person's meant for you, they will find a way to you. Or you will find a way to them, or whatever. Okay, so anyways, I hope everybody's having, or I hope you're all having a wonderful day today. I hope you continue to have a wonderful day, evening, afternoon, wherever you're at. And have a safe and wonderful weekend. It is the last weekend of April. Can you believe that? I swear, yes, last weekend was the first weekend of April, and I blinked, and like 4 weeks went by. So, have a safe and wonderful weekend. Have a safe and wonderful day. I'll see everybody back here on Monday, 8:30 a.m. Pacific time, Facebook Live. All lives are public. Anybody can watch. We do not need to be friends. It's under Shelly Marie Lucas. Or you can catch the replays on my Facebook page and my YouTube page, both under the Aloha Perspective. I also share these to Twitter, so if you follow me there, you'll probably find it there as well. I hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful day. I'm going to work on this whole Oracle thing, and hopefully by next Friday, although next Friday I'm potentially going to be on a train, so next week's show may either be earlier or there may not be one. So I don't know, we'll have to figure that out, okay? Because I really don't want to travel with a bunch of cards. They make the suitcase heavier. But well, we'll see what happens, all right? So again, I hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful day. Please, please, please take care of yourselves. And I'll see you on Monday.